Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to discuss about law of variable proportion. First of all we will see what is law of variable proportion. So law of variable proportion is referred to as the law which states that when the quantity of one factor of the production is increased while keeping all other factors of production constant, it will result in the declining of marginal product of that factor. So here when it comes to production, we know that there are two kinds of factors of production. One is fixed factor, is another one is variable factor. So they are keeping all the factors constant. So they are keeping all the factors constant. Only one factor which they are changing. That is only one variable factor which they are going to change. So at that time there will be decline of marginal product of that factor. It was explained by law of variable proportion. So law of variable proportion, another name for that law will be law of proportionality. When the variable factors becomes more and more, it leads to negative value of the marginal product. That means if they are employing more variable factors, fixed factor remains fixed. There is no change in fixed factors. So when more variable factors are employed, marginal product or MP of that product is going to diminish, or and it will become negative. There is one definition which was given by Samuelson. He has said that an increase in some inputs relative to other fixed inputs will, in a given state of technology, cause output to increase, but after a point, extra output resulting from the same addition of extra inputs will become less. It means that he has said that there is a input and that input was increased continuously and other fixed input was kept constant, and the technology which they are using, that is also kept constant. It causes the output, initially it causes output to increase, but when they employ more and more inputs or variable factors, at that time the extra output which they will get, that goes on diminishing. So that was explained by Samuelson in his definition. Now we will see the assumption of law of variable proportion. So law of variable proportion is applicable in short run only, as the factors are classified as fixed and variable only in short run. When it comes to long run, we can find only variable factors and there will be no fixed factor, as the factor can be changed. That is, even the fixed factors they can change in the long run. Under this law, different units of variable factors can be combined with the fixed factors. So there will be more variable factors, so that they can combine with the fixed factors. So the law of variable proportion is applicable in the field of production only. This law is applicable to the production only, and the effect of change in output due to change in variable factors can be easily determined. With the help of law of variable proportion, we can see how the change in variable factor has affected the output. That can be easily seen if you are using this law of variable proportion. So then it assumes that all the factors are equally efficient, all the variable factors are equal. That was assumed by this law. State of technology is assumed to be constant during the operation of law. This law assumes that the technology which they have used, that is constant. There is no change in the technologies. Sometimes if technology changes, they can employ more factors. Even if they employ more factors, the negative return and decreasing returns, those things doesn't happen. So therefore they have kept technology constant here. So now we will see the schedule of law of variable proportion. Here in the schedule you can see that fixed factor is land, and this was kept constant. In every fixed factor was kept constant. There is a variable factor, that is labor, that was changed. You can see that first it will be 1 and then 2, 3, like that it was kept on increasing. So now TP, that is nothing but total product, and that is 10, 30, 45, 52, 52, 40, 48. Okay, now marginal product, how you will get marginal product? TP of n minus TP of n minus 1, that is nothing but 30 minus 10 you have to make first. You will get what? You will get 20, that you have to write. Here initially you have to write 10 as it is. Then here 30 minus 45 you have to do. You will get 15, that you have to write here. Then 45 minus 52, 52 minus 45, that you have to make. You will get 7 here. 52 minus 52, 0. You have to write that. And 48 minus 52, you will get minus 4, that you have to write. So now the question comes, how to calculate average product. So average product you can calculate. So first you have to keep this AP as it is, that is not as it is. Here you have to divide this 10 by 1. So 10 by 1 you have to make. That is the formula for AP will be TP divided by Q. What is Q here? Q means variable factor. So 10 divided by 1 you will get 10. 30 divided by 2, 15. 45 divided by 3, 15. 52 divided by 4, 13. 52 divided by 5, 10.4. 48 divided by 6, 8. So like that you can find out AP. So you can see that this from here till this stage was called increasing returns to a factor. Here you can see that the total product kept on increasing, and here marginal product is also increasing and AP is also increasing. In second stage we can see that initially total product was increased, after that it become constant. So whereas marginal product, that goes on diminishing, and it at the end of this stage it becomes 0. So average product, that goes on declining. So this is about the second stage of law of variable proportion. And under third stage, that is negative return stage, under this stage total product starts to diminish, and marginal product, that becomes negative, and average product, that goes on declining, but it doesn't become 0 and it doesn't become negative. So the next concept is diagram. Okay, so here in the diagram we can see that the total product, that has been increased, kept on increasing till the second stage. After that, till this stage, after that it remain constant, and then it starts to diminish. And in case of marginal product we can see that initially it increased, and after that it starts to diminish, and it became 0 here, and then it starts to decline. And whereas average product, that goes on increasing, and till stage 1, then it starts to diminish, and at the end of stage 1 we can see that AP is equal to MP. So now what is this point of inflection? Point of inflection means it is the point where from concave up it was moving towards concave down. So this, like this it will be, so concave up and concave down. So this is the point of inflection, or even vice versa situation that happens, that is from concave down to, it may also move concave up. Then also we are calling it as point of inflection. So the stages of law of variable proportion, as we already know, first stage will be increasing return, and we have seen in the diagram that total product increases at an increasing rate up to a certain point, then it increases at a decreasing rate. So the first stage ends where AP is equal to MP, as I already explained this thing in the diagram. So you can see that initially total product that goes on increasing, here it is increased, but after a point it is decreased, that is average product and marginal product decreased, and this total product starts to increase at a decreasing rate. So that was explained here in the first stage. So then second stage of law of variable proportion is the stage of decreasing return. In this stage of production, total product continues to increase at a diminishing rate. Here it starts to increase at a diminishing rate, but it reaches the maximum point. So in this stage, AP is continuously decreasing and MP is also continuously decreasing, and it becomes 0 when second stage ends, and TP is maximum and MP is 0. So you can see that in the diagram. So here in the diagram, in second stage we can see that here total product that goes on increasing, but at a decreasing rate or diminishing rate, because here AP and MP is decreasing, so here it is increasing at a diminishing rate, and after a point it becomes, here it will become constant, and then uh, this stage will end, and at the end of this stage we can see that MP that becomes 0 and AP that goes on declining, but it will not become 0, it will be positive, always it will be positive. So then comes the third stage. What is that third stage? That is the stage of negative returns. This stage begins from the point in which TP is declining. Here total product starts to diminish and AP is also declining. One thing is that AP will never become 0 or negative. It will always positive. That is, it always lies above x-axis. It will always lies above x-axis. So then TP declines, that is total product starts to diminish, and MP will become negative. That means it goes below the x-axis. So it becomes negative. So you can also see this in the diagram. So here TP starts to diminish in third stage and AP declines, but it remains above x-axis, that it remains positive, and MP that was at the end of second stage, we can see that it has become 0, but in third stage it has become negative. So then causes of law of variable proportion. So now what is the reason for increasing return? That is the first stage of law of variable proportion. Its reason is increase in the efficiency of fixed factor. In this stage of production, the quantity of fixed cost factor is abundant relative to the variable factors. When more variable factors are employed, fixed factor is more efficiently utilized. As such, increasing returns are achieved. So here they have said that when there is one fixed factor. Take an example that there is particular value of land is there, and if they are employing laborers, so more and more laborers means that the fixed factor, that is land, is efficiently utilized. So up to certain limit they can employ labor. If very less labor is there, then it may not be utilized efficiently. So more and more variable units which they are going to add in order to make efficient utilization of this fixed factor, that is land. So at that time increasing return that operates or that is achieved. So increase in the efficiency of variable factor due to additional units of variable factors employed at the beginning. Uh, the efficiency of productive capacity of the factor itself increases. So we can see that here more variable factors are employed, and because of that reason productive capacity is also increased. So it is due to division of labor or specialization which helps to obtain higher productivity. So now, what is division of labor or specialization? They have said that through division of labor or specialization, they can achieve higher productivity. So division of labor or specialization means here each work, there is, take an example, there is a total work, and each work is divided into small parts, and then each part of that work is assigned to individual labor. Then we are calling that as division of labor or specialization. So increase in the efficiency of variable factor, so that can be achieved in increasing returns. Here division of labor or specialization happens, because of that reason there will be higher productivity. So next, say, what is the reason for second stage, that is decreasing returns? So scarcity of fixed factors. In short run, amount of fixed factors cannot be changed. As we know that this law of variable proportion operates in a short run. So in short run, we can't change fixed factors, that remain fixed. Fixed factors becomes inadequate when they employ more and more variable factors. So this results in decreasing returns. Then indivisibility of the fixed factors. Once the optimum portion between fixed and variable factor is distributed by further increase in the variable factors, indivisible factors is being used in a wrong proportion. They are using indivisible factors in a wrong proportion, so with the variable factors. So the average product of variable factor that diminishes. Here they have employed more and more variable factors. Now they are so there will be a wrong proportion of fixed and variable factors, and because of that reason average product of variable factor diminishes, and this diminishing return starts to operate. So imperfect substitutability of the factors. Fixed factor is inadequate relative to the variable factors. Now they are employing more and more variable factors, and because of that reason fixed factor becomes inadequate, and variable factor whose quantity cannot be in relation to variable factors, fixed factors cannot be increased in accordance with the varying quantities of the other factors. As we can see that variable factor that was changed, okay, it is changed, but fixed factors they can't change, so they can't change. So because of that reason diminishing returns operates. So relative to the proportion of fixed factor or variable factors they can increase, but relative to that fixed factors can't be increased. That was the reason for diminishing returns. So then next one is reason for negative returns. Inefficient utilization of variable factors. Here variable factors are not efficiently utilized. Here they have employed more variable factor. For example, now there is one machine, so in the short run they can't change fixed factors. Now I am taking this machine as a fixed factor. So now they are employing more workers in order to operate. So now what happens, these all worker may not work because there is only limited number of machines in the factory, so all cannot do the work. So at that time all labors, whether they are efficiently utilized, no, they are not. Inefficient utilization of variable factors happens. Over utilization of fixed factors. As we can see that here there will be fixed factors which is utilized highly, and now they don't have much fixed factors. They can't go for increasing fixed factors. They have to work with the fixed factors which they have. So complexity of management. As we can see that if there is one land and they are employing more labor in order to work in the land, then they can't manage them. Even if there is one machine and they are employing more workers in order to operate that machine, then there is a complexity of management, or it becomes difficult for the management to manage. So this may be reason for this will be the reason for the negative returns in law of variable proportion. So thank you for watching this video.